triple bottom bullish. That's right, guys. You saw it in the title. I'm not just saying this alone. Pablo himself said this last night when we went right into the 1500 mark right here. This last little shoulder, if you will, finally got itself established. And since then, we have bounced off into the 1550s. But that's not all. Today, I woke up seeing blasting all over my Twitter that we have an OKX integrated partnership with VoltiChange. But wait. We got even bigger catalysts to go upon. What did Votoshi tweet 4/17/2023 for? Well, we got two different ideas on what this can lead to. Either way, it's looking bullish. This is Jazz Royce. Now let's get into this. Now, before we begin, guys, please do me a favor and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell for me, please, and thank you. So, I'm real glad that I waited until today, Monday, to go and make a video because, man, we got so much things lined up right in front of us, guys. So first things first, let's cover the elephant in the room, what happened to the market. So, guys, apparently Binance is being sued. I don't know too much of the details on that. And yeah, the whole market shook and dropped because of it. But I want to let you guys in on something that I had to remind myself too earlier when I saw this, is that the levels that we're looking at right now for the overall markets are still significantly higher than the levels that we were all accustomed to seeing the last 2 to 6 months. Let's be honest. So even in an event where Binance is experiencing FUD, top exchange, we're still seeing ETH holding itself at a 1700 level. That's super bullish if you ask me. The triple bottom has finally been completed. And now we're waiting to see, is this going to be that retracement, that big retracement to break past this resistance point? Well, let's go a little bit into what's been going on lately. So this has been the biggest clue that we've all been waiting to see. 4/17/2023, and the story starts again. So there are two different things that occurred on April 17th in the past. One of them being, and I know Believe, shout out to him, he went over this. This is SHIB's chart, right? We're going to go to April 17th of 2021. So right over here in April 17th of 2021 is the very beginning of when SHIB woke up. It's been pretty much flatlined for all those months up until April 17th. And you saw what happened 3 weeks after that. But something else happened on April 17th last year. Coming back to the Volt chart, which, by the way, we look at this from the 1-day candles, all right? We long term around here. Look at April 17th last year, right after the V2 migration occurred. This led to the big run that shot us straight to all-time high. Now, mind you, when this took place, there was a whole different world of things that were going on in the market, and Volt wasn't nearly as established as it is today. As a matter of fact, it was in the process of bouncing back from the tremendous FUD and sell-off that we saw leading up to the day where the migration finally occurred. So what do you think is going to happen this time around with over 65,000 holders, all of the catalysts coming out? Did I mention that by the end of this month, which is only 4 more days from now, the Volti card will officially be available? What do you think that's going to do for the buys? Timing it with the OKX integration partnership. Do you guys see what's happening here right now? Do you see what's happening here? So look at the run that we had on April 17th of last year with Volt, right? Now, this was the level that we were sitting at when that occurred. This was roughly that 6 zeros and a 9, 6 zeros and an 8, give or take, right? Now here we are sitting strong in the 5-0 territory, specifically 5-0-15. And sometimes we go up into the 2s, right? What do you think is going to happen when we start running, but at an even higher level of support than we were on last year's April 17th? That's what I want you guys to think. And the heat is still on to see if Volt can be able to touch the all-time high before this month is over. It's a no-brainer that we're going to shoot way past the all-time high. Can we do it in these next 4 days, especially with this newfound information that started to have some effect on the market? And I say some effect because, yeah, we dropped down, but let me tell you guys, if you survive 2022 in the markets, this type of drop is nothing close to the drops that we experienced with the FTX situation, with the Loon C situation, and the list goes on and on and on. This is like a relief. This is a relief pullback. And in the midst of all the chaos, guys, I want to point something out to you. Volt is still pulling $18.5 million in 24-hour volume, guys. 24-hour volume. A big deal that we've been seeing, a big comparison, is that we have been doing more than Crow. I know, more than Crow in volume. Crow's doing 12 million right now in volume. We're up 6.5 million more from then, and we still have more tier ones to roll out. Remember, guys, that's what the exchanges care about the most. They care about the volume because the volume signifies the popularity. How much do people actually care about that project? That's what the volume signifies. And if that wasn't enough for you guys, we still had the one-to-one burning occurring each Friday throughout this month, meaning that whatever we burned naturally, it was double that from Voltoshi. So if we burned $20,000 naturally in Volt throughout the week with all the mechanisms in place, then it's $40,000 by the end of that week that's actually being burnt. Not to mention that each day we've been having a $10,000 buyback into the chart, and it's been happening around 6 p.m. each day, and it's still going on until the month is done. So we have a lot of these different things piling on top of each other, and it's kind of having all of us sitting at the edge of our seats wondering, well, what's about to happen in these next couple of days? And even more than that, what's going to happen in the middle of April? Who knows what the market's going to look like? We are wrapped with ETH at the end of the day. So things are holding superbly, if you ask me, especially for the current conditions that we're in the markets. We're going to see what happens with Binance in that situation. But all in all, it seems that the Volt army doesn't seem to be too phased by it. And I'm glad. It shows that people are finally starting to learn that when it comes to these type of projects, we move on our own speed. So let's see how this week turns out. With that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Jazz Royce, and like I always say, I'm going to catch each and every one of you guys at the top.